Please let me introduce myself. My name is Ed Wheeler. I'm the President and CEO of Suntron, and privileged to lead this team that you're going to meet today. As I mentioned, we've operated in the area for a number of years. We recently had the opportunity to move here to Methuen, and we couldn't be more excited.
We know the extraordinary challenges we have in our economy, and the need to create jobs and to grow companies and grow jobs is critically important. I am engaged as a partner on the ground level, even as we work so hard at the policy level to make sure that we do everything we can to support the growth of small businesses in our district and throughout our country.
But I also want to tell you too, I want to thank, while I have this opportunity, the Lieutenant Governor and Congresswoman Zongas, because we also have some transportation improvements coming up in the Rotary, and that's going to facilitate growth in this area. It will be painful for a little while, but believe me, in the long run, it'll be tremendously beneficial, not only to the citizens of Methuen and this park here as well.
I just wanted to give my thanks to Suntron as well. I understand some jobs migrated over from Lawrence to Methuen, but I also understand that jobs came down over the border from New Hampshire. So we want to encourage as much of that as we possibly can here in the Merrimack Valley. And we're grateful that we have a net increase in jobs coming into Massachusetts.
We've had a great group of people helping the city, and to have manufacturing come into Methuen again and here 100 jobs is a delight. Massachusetts is moving in the right direction. We are adding jobs, and we're ahead of the rest of the country. And for that, I'm grateful. As the mayor, I'm always grateful for property taxes, but more importantly, putting our people to work, I think, is the key thing. So thank you very much.
65,000 new jobs added since the first of the year, and I want to thank Suntron for helping make a part of that. To the workers, thank you for what you do each and every day in making this company successful and competitive. And to the leadership, Ed, and to your team for recognizing what Massachusetts is known for: innovation, the productivity of its workforce, and a place that sees value in the innovation sectors and innovation economy. And reading about what your company does, it's all about that. So thank you, and great day to all who made this happen.
This is an example of what we think is going to be the future of the Merrimack Valley. Good jobs at good wages, helping people get back to work, and you're going to be the selling card for the next business and the next business and the next business. So Ed, thank you very, very much. All right. Thank you, everyone.
And here's some examples of products, and these are products that you can touch and feel, and you can see the complexity level of these products. So this is kind of the beginning of Ford Fab, is somewhere in this area, right? So this line, and the next line are about the same thing. Where a kid would come out here, we'd go through the screen printing process, and as we walk down through here, pick and place process, if people aren't familiar with screen printing process, is basically, you know, we're taking a bare board is going to come up underneath here, and there's a stencil that matches all the land patterns on the board, and then we're squeegeeing the solder paste on top of that. And then as it flows out of here, it goes through one of the pick and place machines and then through the reflow oven. What we do is we clean the air first instead of bringing that in, because we're looking at the ability of what are we outgassing, you know, what are the things that impact the environment. And so that's a big consideration on what type of machines that you have and the types of profiles and chemistries that you use. We run through an X-ray. Anything that's super small, highly complex, maybe there's been some problems in the past, we run through an X-ray machine. And then what's cool about this machine is that actually it's called a 2D X-ray machine that can actually output a video image in multiple color formats, and we can actually email those images off to our customers to prove certain things, and we use it for a lot of debug and engineering purposes. We've got all kind of crazy boards. We've got boards, big round boards like this. We have boards that we're building for an optical company that are panelized up, and a panel this big of, I think, 42 per, and are loaded with like 0201, so they're 20,000th of an inch, you know, not very big components, right? So you'll notice as you walk through here, you'll see all different types of products being manufactured. You know, the products can't be manufactured or can't be assembled through our automated equipment. They come over here for what we call the secondary hand operation. All these operators here have got multiple years of experience. They're trained, they're certified, and we do anywhere from clean to no clean to hand solder to repair, and you'll see it through here. So basically how this works is that head is coming across and picking up to 6 or 7 components at a time, depends on what it is. As it goes across the board, there's a camera you'll see flash, which actually looks at every single device to understand the center of that actual device, and then we'll place that based on, you know, the programming here of where that goes. So the accuracy of this is typically plus or minus 0.005 of an inch. If you're not familiar with flying probe, it's basically 4 probes that will fly around on the bottom of the board and do connectivity testing. We can measure connectivity, we can measure resistance, capacitance, and a few other things, right? And then we have an in-circuit test, which can do the same thing, but just a lot faster, but costs a lot more money, right? And then we have functional tests. All of these things you see on the board here or on these benches are functional tests where we're using some level of the final end product or just a functional test to test the products. This is a portable class 10,000 clean room. So this actually, we measure the particulate count on a daily basis, and we actually provide this to one of our customers because their end unit has to go in a clean room. So so what we do out of here is we do final inspection, cleaning, and final packaging and wrapping and special materials for the clean room. This was only installed probably 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, and we're getting it up and running. So we can do automated. That is a selective spray machine. So it's an articulated head that moves around, and we can control the thickness of the material going onto the board by 0.002 of an inch. This is really kind of a cool product, believe it or not, and that's a power supply. That's a very, very intelligent power supply. This thing gets wrapped in actually is water cooled. So the next step above that is there's some pretty cool plumbing and stuff. So when you go take your car into, you know, Ford or Mercedes or Chrysler, and they plug that little module into them, we build those modules here. This is kind of this is actually a control system for a $30 million piece of equipment, believe it or not. This actually goes in a clean room. This is for semiconductor capital equipment. So this gets moved around. They check and they do diagnostics. We typically ship to around between 28 and 33 customers a month. You know, when you're just talking AS9100 certified, a lot of people don't understand what that really means. What that means is we can build products that are life critical, okay, flight line life critical. So that's, you know, when you get on an airplane, we want to make sure that all the electronics are working. So there's a lot of quality systems that have to be put in place. So that's kind of a big deal. But anyway, that was my quick tour I was planning on for today. I hope it helps people. Didn't quite know if it's if I got down to enough detail for you, but I just wanted to give a quick 10-15 minute tour and let you see something that maybe you're not used to seeing.